Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
What's up, guys? Apoc here, super stoked to be back to you with another Brawl Stars video. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day as usual. I am so happy to be bringing you guys this video. Today we're going to be jumping right into an advanced mic guide brought to you by yours truly right here. So before we get on, I just want to announce that I'm changing my channel name, just my channel name, to Apoc. I actually talked to a very special YouTuber and they advised me to step away from Apocalypse and just purely be Apoc or something else, and I chose, because I'm so used to being called Apoc, I'm just gonna purely be Apoc now. So no more Apocalypse, it's just Apoc, or you can call me whatever you want, but the channel will be just Apoc. Now let's jump right into it. Speaking about jumping, you want to use that super ability, guys. Most people that are maxed mic don't use their ability. The level 10, that star ability, is beautiful, and like for the most part, people don't use it, and it's just such a waste. If you see in the intro right there, I used it and I jumped away to safety. Well, you'll see the video later, but it's really useful. Use that jump to your advantage. When you first enter a game, there's that little, few second period where you're just walking up and entering the battlefield. That's when you want to practice your jumping, because there's nothing there to kill you, and you'll farm your ammo back up before you get to the battlefield. So practice. There's a little bit, wherever you position your bottle thing, that's where you're going to jump. If you place it in front of you, you're going to jump backwards. If you're going to put it behind you, you're going to jump forwards. So practice, and it's going to really get you out of sticky situations. So practice. I can't stress that enough. And you don't have to do it with bots. Like I said, you can just, every single match that you go into, practice jumping forward or backwards. I would suggest jumping backwards first. So what I do is, if you see in the videos, I place the bombs or whatever in front, and then I walk up to it, and then it ends up behind me, and then I jump forwards. And it really comes down to timing, so make sure you're okay with that. Now, next is feel your opponents. I know it's only 3 minutes, and it's hard to kind of learn how people play in 3 minutes, but if you pay close attention enough to the person you're targeting, you'll find this little, I guess, pattern. If they're going zigzags, or if they're just, full on going straight and not caring about, feeding opponents. You'll figure something out, like a pattern, and start killing them. Farm up your super to the best of your abilities, but don't feed. Do not feed. I don't know how much to stress that. Everyone new feeds so much. Feeding is what the pros call for basically giving people your supers, giving people their supers, so you just charge right up to them and just let them hit you and farm up their supers. Don't do that. Play smart, play safe. Break walls, but don't break your own, because you're gonna get sniped really hard. For example, Deep Hollows is a pretty good mic map, and if you break your own walls, you're pretty much screwed, because mic thrives with walls. So break your opponent's walls, but don't break your own. That is one of the key things. Also, sometimes you need your opponent's walls, so be careful as to which walls you're breaking. Now, if a tank is close to you, I don't know why, but more likely than not, they will try to get right up on you and then shoot you, because that's the max amount of damage when they're right up on you. So that is when you throw your bombs or whatever down under your feet. And what that happens is, if you're maxed, you not only deal damage, but you also have the ability to jump away thanks to your super ability. So throw your attacks down at your feet. Or if they're a little farther away from you, you can always attack there and walk towards it, and it will deal damage and also help you jump away to safety. If you're not maxed and you don't have the star ability, you still want to basically do the same thing. Shoot at your feet. More likely than not, you would hit your target and farm up your super. Sometimes you will die, but you still got that super when you respawn, so that is really, really helpful. So again, let's see, throw it in front of try to throw the bombs and your attacks in front of the people. So basically, if you're throwing it right where they're standing at the second, they're going to be moving out of that spot, so you're going to be missing. So throw it where they're not at, if you understand what I'm saying. Throw it where they're going to be, where you think they're going to be walking straight into. As for this map, really, I know it's really tempting to go aggro, but on this specific map that you're watching me play right now, stay defensive. Stay defensive every single time. Because if they got a Bull, a Daryl, a Primo on their team, and if you go aggro, all three of you on your team, if they have that charge, you're basically done. So make sure you stay back and you defend. But if they're like really bad and they aren't very aggressive, you can feel free to jump over the wall or just go around if you don't have your super ability and go aggro. But again, be careful, because once they have that charge, you're basically screwed if all your teammates are not there helping, or someone that's not there defending. So you need to be there defending. That's Mike's job on this map. And also, if you don't face a Bull, a Daryl, or a Primo, and you face snipers or ranged or non-able to charge brawlers, you feel free to go aggro as much as you want, but just don't feed and don't die. That is one of the greatest things. And next is always auto-aim your supers. It really helps. I know I personally hate auto-aiming, but it really works. Like, you would hit your shots 99% of the time. And once you get a feel for it, you wait to the perfect time, because people tend to clump up a lot. Like, you have no idea how much people clump up. That is when you throw your super. If you can hit more than 2 people at once with your supers, you get your super back immediately, and you can keep throwing it and throwing it and throwing it. It is really good and really effective. Auto-aim your supers. Next is, actually, don't auto-aim your supers when you're facing a Bull or a Daryl or a Primo, because when you're auto-aiming your super, well, you want to auto-aim your super, but when they have their charge or their super, don't auto-aim, because they're going to charge out of it and you're going to end up missing and wasting your super. So don't do that. Don't waste your super. Be careful. Next is when you're facing an enemy Mike or whatever, at a single point when the Mike jumps, they can't do anything. There's just a single point after they jump, they cannot do anything. That's when you auto-aim the heck out of the game and kill them. Also auto-aim when they're really, really close. Like, really close, basically. Auto-aim and you won't really miss. Yeah, basically. So, remember, Mike has that single weakness point when he jumps that he can't do anything. So, that is when you go in and auto-aim the heck out of the game. Anyways, for SMG maps with walls, tanks with walls and stuff, tanks, for some reason, follow you. I don't know what the heck is up with them, but they just tend to follow you in a circle like this. They like a chase, like a Tom and Jerry chasing each other around the loop. I don't know why they do that, so just, throw your attack behind you and they'll just walk right into it. I don't know why people do that, but they do, and whatever. Practice jumping. Please practice jumping if you have your super ability. It is so useful. It is really, really useful and can save your life more than not for the most part, as you can see in my intro. Next is target your enemy thrower and brawlers that are weak but a huge threat to your teammates. For example, Rico. He's weak, but he's super, he's a huge threat. So, you want to find that target in your enemy's team that is easy for Mike to destroy, but really, you just want to, be annoying to that one person. I know it sucks to be that person, but, just be annoying to that single person. Yeah, man. And, next is Juking Skills. You need them on. Juking is basically dodging skills. And that really comes with experience and practice. I've been playing this game for well over a year now, since day 2, and it really helps a lot. And with some brawlers, I would like to say, I am one of the greatest Nitas in the game. I got number 1 in the world once. It is really important for some brawlers that you have your juking skills. It's just there. It's just that. You need to practice your juking skills, dodging skills, And, you know, that comes down to sensing your opponent. So, yeah, and that's pretty much it. In a push, kill your opponents on Heist. It is really, really important that during a push, your main focus as a Mike is to kill your opponents. You want to farm up those supers back and back and back, and let your teammates take down the safe. And when you're pushing, especially too, wait for your teammates and then you push with them. Don't push alone as a Mike. It's not gonna work. No. So yeah, your job is to kill, and then safe. Hitting safe is next priority. Of course, you need to. It's different in every situation that you need to make the good call, and most of the time the call is to kill the opponents, farm up your super, and then kill the safe. That's most of the time, but you know, again, it's your call. Make sure you make sure you choose the right call, I guess. Same with SMG. Your main focus is to be annoying. Kill. That's your main focus. You don't need to collect gems. Stay alive, don't feed, and you know, kill. That's the main thing. I would say triple dribble Mike is a really good choice. He's probably rivals a Barley, but if you are a really good Mike, you can definitely outplay a Barley. It's not a problem. Because it has so many walls. That's why it's good. Triple dribble is a Brawl Ball map, or soccer for you Android nubs. I'm just kidding. Anyways, Mike on Mike. When you're facing another Mike as a Mike, you want to fake out your opponents, and you'll see in one of the clips, or if I don't know, it may be past already, but try to fake out your opponents. Like, try to pretend like you're backing out, and then when they you know, when you're backing out and they back up, so you know, go back out and they're closer to you, and then you try to kill them. If that makes sense. So just fake out and then kill. It's really, really easy if you practice. Heist is pretty good, except for, I think that's Kaboom Canyon. I don't really remember, but the one with like the middle, there's a bunch of grass. Don't do that. Don't play Mike on that map. If you can play Shelly on that map, it's pretty decent actually. Shelly's job is to just stay back, like that wall, that arc wall. Or wait, it looks like this. Shelly just needs to stay behind there the entire time. Get your super at the beginning and stay behind there the entire time. It can be so freaking boring, but it's so effective. Anyways, Robo Rumble. Gosh dang, I don't even know anymore, man. It's due to the changing maps, like everyone's getting random stuff. I don't think Mike is as strong as he used to be, like post-Android and all that stuff. So personally, I would stay away and not use Mike on Robo. And as for a boss fight, don't even waste your tickets. If you want to max your account fast, play Robo. And one good SMG comp is Mike, Rico, Spike, Poco, and Mike, Nita, Poco. Poco is really strong anywhere. So that's pretty much it. Sorry about the ending cutting away really weirdly. The file kind of corrupted. But guys, I hope you did enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.